Scout's coming through. Luke, Sam, step up.
Regarding what the Republic of Texas was, in 1836, a number of people who had moved here from North America, at the invitation of the Mexican government to settle here, they were being chased out by a new president of Mexico who was also general of the armies there. And they had to defend themselves against Santa Anna and his armies. That lasted for about a year, but finally General Sam Houston, leading these volunteers, defeated Santa Anna at a place called San Jacinto, and in defeating the president and general of Mexico, they were able to force him to sign a treaty. The treaty formed a new nation. It said that he would never again come across the Rio Grande River to bother the people in Texas anymore. The treaty also said that the land of Texas belonged to the people who lived on the land of Texas forever. And that's a treaty that is perpetual. It doesn't go away. So what is the Republic of Texas now? It is the land of Texas. The land of Texas does not belong to the U.S. It doesn't belong to the federal government. It belongs to the people who live here. And there is no federal land. If they want land in Texas, they have to lease it from us for their military bases and so on.
Okay, going hot. Off the hip. Off the hip.
What the Republic of Texas is today, in the early 2000s, a number of people got together and said, you know what, if the land is still ours, and if there's a perpetual treaty that says we are a nation, let's just be a nation. And so they elected, but with a vote from the people, a president, vice president, secretary of state, a Congress, a Supreme Court justice, and all of those are still occupied and manned to this day. In fact, that government meets every month on the second Saturday of the month, and the people of Texas who are interested come to those meetings. That's what it is today. The purpose, the goal of the Republic of Texas and what we're doing is to restore and to preserve all the freedoms and all the sovereign rights that were won in 1836 at the Battle of San Jacinto, when that treaty was signed. In other words, we're here to make sure that the people get to exercise those rights, even though an overreaching federal government of the U.S. keeps trying to take away more and more of the rights and freedoms. We're here to restore them and to make sure they're preserved.
Motion. Do I have a second?
Wayne Williams, Missouri County, I second.
I drove here from Lake Jackson, Texas. It's about 240 miles. I had to wake up early, but I wanted to come. I went last month to this meeting, and what I see are some people that are concerned about where our country's heading, and they look for the alternative. There's a lot of talk about secession in this country because we see tyranny in Washington. We see even our own elected representatives wind up getting elected because they're people with wealth that are paying for their elections.
Patterson. I did a document against him and all the general land offices and all. And that's what they really got the pact that made them. Are you Mary Ann?
No.
The one I was just talking to?
No, Mary Ann's in the
I
back.
told her I was going to leave this for Mr. Patterson.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. He's not here on Friday afternoons, right? She asked me, she said, well, if you was him, would you be here on Friday afternoon? I don't know about that.
Yeah, you'd have to be.
I left the act passed by Congress to reclaim all the land of Texas and get it on record. We reclaiming all the land for the people.
This is a map of the original boundaries from 1836 of the nation called the Republic of Texas. Here's a map of the state of Texas today. And all of the mountains, all the way up to here, which is Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Kansas, and Oklahoma, that were part of the nation then, have been stripped away because this is the northern limit of Texas, which is somewhere in here. I think I'm going to make a stop here before we leave the building.
I've served these papers to all the different governors, to the Washington, D.C., to the Bureau of Land Management. So what I'm doing is I'm leaving him a copy because I didn't serve him a copy. I just served all the top people.
Do you have any money, real money,
Yeah.
with you?
Sure. Hold your hands out.
I don't know. I might want to buy some real money. Okay. So this is
That's copper, pure copper.
this is copper.
That has a face value of 2, you'll see on the other side.
Okay.
That's 99.9% pure silver. That one's in a airtight so it won't tarnish.
Yeah. How much is this worth? What? 35.
That one goes for about $35.
Okay. Can I get a couple of these things from you?
Sure. I help design these. I draw them first and then have an artist. do
Oh,
a-
okay. Cool.
Why don't you just give me 40 and the eggs and the chicken on side.
Okay. Great. I'll be glad to do that.
Then we're bartering.
That's fine. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Over here we've got a machine that's running Republic of Texas currency. Right now we've got it set up for a 1 ounce 39mm silver medallion in a fruit finish. And so you can see the Republic of Texas star on one side with an outline of the original Texas map. And on the other side, one nation under one God with a great sculpt of the Alamo there. We started doing these all the way back in 2009. We've made hundreds of thousands of pieces of this so far. So these presses were used by the U.S. Mint in Denver for almost 50 years to make pennies. And now what we're going to do here at the Mulligan Mint is repurpose them to make fractional silver and a complementary currency system that we can use to change the world. Well, we believe very strongly here that money is the root of all good. And so if we can put the control and issuance of money back in the hands of the people where it belongs, then anything is possible. We can level the playing field. We can make a marketplace that once again is fair and open to anybody that wants to get in, anybody that wants to be creative, make something, create value. And money is the way we keep track of who owes who what, how we exchange value in the marketplace. And if the money's not fair, if the money's not honest, then it makes it impossible to have fair exchanges in that marketplace. And so what we're going to do here is we're creating that complementary currency system that can fill in the blanks where the US dollar lets us down, and we can reestablish honest marketplaces where people can barter and trade once again.
Here's my suggestion. It says, give me a suggestion, so there's my suggestion.
There's your suggestion.
We're the only one that has a land office out of all 50 states.
If the 49 other states, all of their land records are not in their state. The land records for all 49 states are up in Virginia, very close to the District of Columbia.
It's called Bureau of Land Management. It's United States Bureau of Land Management. The United States has full control of all that other, all the other states.
Yeah, on their records. These records stayed in Texas because we're still independent. Then the U.S. Senate ratified a treaty with Texas for friendship, commerce, and navigation in 1843, but refused to ratify a treaty of annexation a year later in 1844. That December, outgoing President John Tyler proposed that Texas be annexed by a joint resolution of the U.S. Congress. That passed in February of 45, and in November, Texas voters approved annexation.
In 1861, the people discovered the United States wasn't going to do what they said they was going to do, so they formed a new constitution and took another vote whether to secede or not. The United States declared the vote and the Constitution null and void. But what the people didn't understand is Texas never ceded its lands, and they were taking a vote to secede, and you cannot secede from something you never ceded.
Jane's a mighty hunter. Anybody after her chickens, man, they're dead. They're dead. You don't go after Jane's chickens.
Grenades right on where I needed to drop them at.
Okay.
Oh, dead on.
Do the next one. Do the next one. Gotta fire off another one. Do both of them. Do all three of them. Just bam, bam, bam.
All three of them.
There's another one.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay, y'all happy now?
Yes.
The kind of governments we have now are like a parasite. A parasite is a living thing, but it lives off of the lives of others. There are parasites on cows, there are parasites on trees. Government has become a parasite, and there are as many people dependent on the government in the United States as there are that are not dependent on the government. So it's a kind of a 50-50 deal. Well, we can't support that other half